welcome to C
L
O
W Children
Beauty
of the Word.
for St. Ignatius Parish. Hi everyone, we're so happy to see you here again this week on our second week of
Lent.
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 Yes, it is already the second week of Lent, and we hope that you are doing okay on your Lenten journey so far. It might be a good time for you to stop and think about what you decided to do, what your Lenten promise was for this Lenten season, and think about if you're doing a good job on working towards it, or if you need to say a prayer for a little bit of help towards trying to achieve your goals, right? Yeah, it's always good to check in every week. Sunday's always a good time to do that, right? Don't you think? Yeah, when we're thinking about God and we're trying to put ourselves in the presence of God, and it's just a good time to be thinking about God. And then if you want to say a prayer to God and say, help me with my Lenten promise, God, then this could be a good time to do it. So why don't we just take a second, close our eyes, and just to yourself, say a quick little prayer.
Done.
Done? Okay. Put your husband. Done? Yeah, great. Okay.
Should we say our names now?
I think we should say our names now. But first, since we haven't said it in a couple of weeks, I think it might be a good idea just to let everybody know that Clow is for what age group? Kindergarten
Through fourth grade.
through fourth grade.
We've got kind of cut off-ish here. Because Maddie's in technically kindergarten,
No, she's in TK.
which is
Yeah, transitional kindergarten. Yes.
TK.
Yes.
If you don't know what TK is, well, TK is a special part of a school for kids that have special birthdays that are in between other times, and I am one of those kids, so that's why I'm in TK.
Yeah, it's kind of like pre-K, it's the year before kindergarten. So,
It's kind
kind of
of
like preschool. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like preschool.
Yeah. So,
So we're actually learning way more things.
so we have a TK or a preschooler who's just on the verge of the kind of target age group for Clow. And we have the upper end of the spectrum here in fourth grade, right?
And you're in
But-
fifth grade.
Well, yeah, I do. I teach fifth grade. But is Clow limited to just these ages between your guys' ages?
No.
No. Could we have kids that are younger that come and listen to Clow and
And
participate in Clow?
older.
Yes, we can have them that are younger, and we can have them that are older, and we can have them everywhere and everything in between. And
We
we're
can
happy to
even
have them.
have a 1 million older.
Okay, if that was possible, they'd be welcome to. Yes.
if they
Yes.
can even talk or move.
Okay, so what are the two things that we try to do every Clow, guys? Do you remember? The first one is that we try and put what
The gospel.
into our own
Word.
words.
Gospel! The gospel! The
Yes.
gospel!
Or just whatever is being talked about up in the actual mass, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like this
We're
week,
saying upstairs. I don't know why
I
we're
know, we
saying
still
that.
say upstairs because we're used to going down the stairs and getting
Yeah.
all together when we're in person. I know. So it's a habit of mine to say that. I know. Yeah. And we will again. We will again someday. But until then, our goals are the same. The first one is to talk about what's being talked about during the Mass, during the liturgy of the Word,
Listen.
in our own words. And then the second goal is to do what? Test
Test
our
grown-up.
grown-ups. We test our grown-ups. Yeah, we see what they learned from listening to the liturgy of the Word.
But
We were so busy learning about it ourselves.
But we don't need.
See
But we
if
don't. But
it's the same.
But we don't need to test you because you.
Yeah, but today
Because you're
the
only
gospel
grown-up in here.
is different.
You're right, Maggie, and Elizabeth raises a really good point, which I'm so
The
glad you
one
brought
in
up.
the real mass
Yes.
is the New Testament, and the one we're reading today is the Old Testament.
Yes, because what is the liturgy of the Word, you guys? What part of the
When we
Mass
talk
is that?
about- That's like the homily.
Okay, the homily is part of the liturgy of the Word.
Are we
part of
doing
Mass,
the gospel
right?
now?
There are a couple different different parts to the Mass, Maggie. Do you remember what they are? Do you remember what they are? Can you tell everybody? What are the parts to the Mass? Can you turn around and tell everyone? Yeah?
When they read the gospel.
Do you remember any of the other parts? There's the liturgy of the word, right? Yeah. There's the offertory. There's the consecration. There's Holy Communion, right? Yeah, there's different parts to the Mass. There are different parts to the Mass. And the part that we focus on is the liturgy of the word. And during the liturgy of the word, yes, there's the gospel, but there are also two other readings, the first reading and the second reading, right? And the first reading is usually from the what Testament? Old Testament, right? Yeah.
And second reading is sometimes from the New Testament.
Yeah,
sometimes
yeah,
from the Old
yeah,
Testament.
exactly.
It kind of varies.
And then the gospel is always from what, Maggie? Do you know? Can you turn around and tell everyone? Do you know?
The Bible.
It's from the Bible.
The Bible.
And which part? Old or New Testament?
But sometimes it changes. I guess
The
it's
gospel?
usually-
The old.
yeah, it's the New
The
Testament.
Old
Is the New
Testament.
Testament. The gospel is always in the New Testament.
Wait, Mama.
Yes? Can you turn around, please?
I want to say something that I learned.
Okay. Say it, please. Yes. Will you say it? No? Okay, because I'm going to keep talking about
Wait, no,
the gospel.
I do.
Then let's hear it. We're all waiting. With bated breath, please tell us. What is it? What did you learn? Is it about the gospel? No? Okay. If you think of it, then you say it, all right? All right. But the gospel is always from the New Testament. Excuse me. I need you to sit down. Thank you. It's always from the New Testament, but it is also from one of the 4 gospel writers, right?
Yeah. Sit
Okay,
down.
so who are those gospel writers, Maggie?
Oh, I remember.
Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John.
Yes,
Wait,
Matthew, Mark, Luke, and
Wait,
John.
Mama, I remember what I was gonna say.
Good. What were you going to say?
I was gonna say that today in TK, well today was a school day, for me and Lizzie, well today we learned that when, yesterday we learned in a video that when you read the Gospels, God is talking to you.
Wonderful. Maggie, yeah. What did you like hearing about that? What did you like about that?
Because I didn't know that, and I love learning about God, so I just really liked learning that.
Thank you for sharing it. That's wonderful, and you're right. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Thanks, Maggie. Can you sit down? Come sit down. Sit down.
Well, I do have to say.
Okay, we've got to keep going, all right? Because the next part is your favorite part.
Name.
And that is saying what our names are. Remember we were talking about Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John? They're the writers of the gospel, right?
Hey!
Yeah. So today we're not going to read the gospel. Elizabeth's right. We are going to read the first reading for today. But during Clow, we always read something that comes from the liturgy of the word for the day, right? Okay. So I just want to make sure that's clear to everybody. That's what we're up to today. Okay.
I don't care that the toes in the air.
And
My name today is going to
what is
be
your name
Old.
going to be? Your name is Old. Maggie, what's your name?
Because we're doing the Old Testament.
Okay. All right, Old. Nice to meet you. What grade are you in, Old?
Million grade.
A million grade. That's really old. All right. What grade are you in, Maggie? And what is your name?
My name is Trustness.
Trustness. Okay, Trustness.
And I'm in the exact same grade as Lizzie.
Okay.
I mean, old
Old
grade.
grade. Okay. Old grade. All right.
I'm in old grade.
Okay. Okay. Great. So I hope everyone at home has had a chance to pick their silly Clow name for the week and their grade. But we want to send a special shout out to Mike, our co-teacher that we miss so very much, who's in the first grade always. And yeah, we hope you're doing well, Mike. We miss you. And then, that's okay, great. All right, so now what we're going to do, Maggie, what do we always do to get ready to hear the Word of God? In the
Sing
liturgy
that
of the Word.
sorry song.
We sing the sorry song. And how do we
We'll
listen?
sing
times.
The first,
We just listen with our,
And how do we sing? We sing the sorry song, right?
yeah, but then we listen
Then
to
we
the
get ready
gospel.
to listen, right?
With
How do we
our-
listen.
Ears.
Ears.
oh my.
Turn around and tell everyone.
We don't just listen with our ears and our minds. We also listen with our hearts.
Awesome. Okay. So Maggie, will you lead us in singing the sorry song, please?
Well, one more thing. If you don't know the song, then we'll sing it 2 times. So the first time you can listen, and we'll go slowly so you can listen. And then the second time you'll learn it, and so you can sing along the next time. And the next time we'll go a little bit faster. If you already know the song, then
Okay.
you can sing along with both times.
Great, Maggie, let's do it.
Awesome.
Turn around and lead us. But we have to be able to have them see us singing. There you go. Perfect. Okay, thank you. Ready?
If
You say that you are sorry, God forgives. If you say that you are sorry, God forgives. If your sins are large or small, God will still forgive them all. If you say that you are sorry, God forgives. Let's lower it down, ready? If you say that you are sorry, God forgives. If you say that you are sorry, God forgives. If you say that lives are small, God will still forgive them all. If you say that you are sorry, God forgives. Okay, great, guys. Elizabeth, can you please read the gospel for today? I believe I marked the right page. You want me to find it?
I think I did.
What?
No, it's not the
Okay.
right page.
Here,
Oh, here you go.
got it? It should be the second Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay, come sit down, please.
Second Sunday of Lent.
Listen
Alright.
with our hearts.
Yeah, today's reading is according to Genesis, chapter 1, verses 1 through 13. So Genesis. That.
Is in the
Old Testamento.
Old
Old Testament. We're gonna be
Testamento.
respectful, please. This is the word of God. This is Him speaking to us, right, Maggie?
We.
It's a long one.
Okay.
It's a long one.
Okay.
God said to Abraham, "Take your son Isaac to the top of the mountain and offer him a sacrifice to me. Offer him as a sacrifice to me."
Whoa. Yeah.
Abraham loved Isaac very much, but he trusted God completely and was ready to obey. He loaded his donkey with wood and set off to the mountains God had shown him. On the way, Isaac asked his father, "Where is the lamb you will sacrifice?" Abraham answered him, "God will provide a lamb." When they arrived, they built an altar and piled it high with wood. Then Abraham tied Isaac's hands and feet, took out a knife, ready to kill his only son.
Oh.
Suddenly, a voice from heaven said, "Abraham, Abraham, do not kill the son that you love so much. Your trust and love for me was so great that you were ready to sacrifice your only son for my sake." Looking up, Abraham noticed a ram whose horns were tangled in a thorn bush. He offered the ram as a sacrifice to God in place of his precious son Isaac.
Wow. Thanks, Elizabeth.
That was
That's crazy, right? Okay, so tell me, what did you hear that was happening there?
God told Abraham
Mhm.
to take his only son and sacrifice his only son to God.
Whoa. Really? That's crazy. I want to make sure I heard that right. But you're right. That's what they're talking about. Is God is asking Abraham to kill his own son as a sacrifice. Because back then, they believed that giving a sacrifice to their God was something they needed to do. So usually they would use a lamb, right? Or they'd use some other animal, right? But in this case, God is asking Abraham to sacrifice his own son. And do you guys know that Isaac, his son,
His wife they really wanted a baby, and Abraham, he prayed to God for a baby, and finally God gave him a baby.
Yes. Yes.
And it was kind of crazy because his wife was too old to have a baby.
Yes. Yes. Well beyond childbearing years. Right?
Yeah.
So this was a miracle that she was actually able to have a baby.
Yeah, and then God's
And then what? Yeah. Go ahead.
asking Abraham to kill his son.
Yeah, what? So, oh my goodness, Abraham had every right to say, no way, right? You've got to be kidding me. What? I must have this mistaken. But what did Abraham say?
He said yes.
What else did he say? Do you remember? Why did he say yes? Why would he say yes? That's crazy, right? Yeah. Can you find it?
I don't think he says anything. Let's see. Abraham loved Isaac very much, but he trusted God completely and was ready to obey.
Okay,
He
okay.
didn't actually say anything.
Well, yeah, in our words, yeah, we don't have the exact words. But yeah, in the Bible, it talks about how he says, yeah, I'll do this because you're asking me to do it, right? So, wow, Abraham is putting so much what in God?
Trust.
Bingo. Trust. Trust. And talk about a big
Yeah.
thing of trust.
And he
right?
does it.
Yeah,
and
he's
God
gonna go do
kills
it.
him.
He's gonna go do it. But then what happens?
And God says, Abraham, Abraham, don't do that.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
You were like, that was your sacrifice, so that you would actually do it. Like
Yeah.
that was, you don't need to do it.
You don't need to do it.
Just showing me that you would do it for me
Yes.
was like, that's all I needed. Like,
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Just that showing to God that Abraham was willing to do it meant so much that he didn't actually have Abraham do it, right? Didn't have him sacrifice his own son. Whew. Yeah. Yeah.
it was a little dark.
Yeah. And last week was too, right? We heard the story of Noah. God said, oh, Noah, I think that you are a good guy, right? Same thing.
But I'm
Abraham,
evil,
I think you're a good
people that are
guy.
evil.
And God is asking both of those guys to do things that others might have thought were pretty crazy.
I mean, Moses
right?
got it a little bit easier, but
Mhm.
I guess he did leave behind most of them.
Who's that?
I mean, Moses got it a little bit easier than
Oh,
killing
Moses.
his only
We're
son.
talking about Moses.
Or no, Noah. Sorry,
Noah. Yeah.
Noah got
Okay.
it a little bit easier.
Did he
I mean, he didn't have to leave his only son, but
kill his only son? Yeah,
kill
true.
his only son.
But I mean, certainly there were other people beyond his family that couldn't be on that boat with him that
Right.
died, right?
Yeah,
That he cared about.
true.
Yeah. So God was asking a lot of both Noah and Abraham. And did they say no way?
No.
No, they put their trust in God and they did what he asked.
Mm-hmm.
So this is really timely for Lent, right guys? Because during Lent, what are we doing?
We're putting our trust in God,
Well, yeah, how so?
and by
Can we do a
fasting.
singing Bible now?
Yeah, we're building up to that. We do have a good activity. We do, I promise. It's coming.
And we
Yeah.
feel really
Okay, so we fast.
Let's do it.
We fast during Lent, and we put a lot of faith in God and do lots of extra things during Lent. So we're trusting Him a lot more during Lent.
Yeah, we are. And we're trusting, that Jesus is going to die for us, that God sent his only son.
Oh right, yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Yeah. So something that God asks us to do regularly is to trust him. Right? Through all these stories, we're reminded that God just wants us to trust him because he wants good for us, right? He sent his only son to show us that he cares about us, right? He wants to understand how we feel, and he wants to be there for us. So we need to put our trust in him and not worry so much about all the little things that are troublesome to us, right? Instead, we can start our day, right, Maggie, and offer it up to God, everything that we do. And when we end our day, we can say, thank you, God, for everything that you helped me with during the day. Please help me again tomorrow. And that's one way we can put our trust in him. Now, for our activity today, we thought it might be kind of fun to try and trust each other. And this is something maybe you guys can try at home with your family members. This is practicing a little bit of that trust,
We
right?
can't really like if you think of like trust exercises, maybe you think of someone falling off a chair in someone's arms, or like someone leading and someone else around with their eyes, because
You could do either of those at home too. Those are great ideas.
we aren't gonna do those because one of them is unsafe and the other is we can't really walk very far.
Be on camera. Yeah,
It would be on
It would lose a
camera.
little bit of its
Yeah,
meaning.
we could just like walk in circles.
Yeah.
Go, I'm not gonna.
That might not be as fun to lead someone around in a blindfold
Yeah.
in this situation.
Yeah.
But
So,
what are we going to do?
We camp with
Can
or
I
found.
Can I
Wait,
say?
So we each picked out a snack that we usually use as snacks, and so Maggie picked out a snack for me. I picked out a snack for you. You picked out a snack for Maggie. I don't know what snack Maggie picked out for me. You don't know what snack I picked out for you.
Right.
Maggie doesn't.
We don't know what snack it is.
We don't know what snack it is. And what we're gonna do is I will close my eyes and Maggie will put the snack into my hand. I'll have to eat it and trust her that it's a good snack that I'll like.
Yeah. Okay. So we're ready to try it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I go
Alright.
first?
Sure. Okay.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Eyes are closed.
Okay. Eyes are closed. Elizabeth, do you have any idea what she's going to give you?
No idea.
How are you feeling right now?
I don't know. A little nervous.
A little nervous. Is it hard? Is it hard to trust her right now?
Oh, now I kind of know what it is because I know what it
Maybe, but
feels.
do you trust her that that's what that is?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, go ahead. Maggie, should she eat it? Say, I trust you, Maggie. Okay, that was a mouthful. Can you say, I trust you, Maggie?
I trust you, Maggie. But these were raisins.
Are they raisins? They're
Yes.
raisins!
Can I
Yay!
have some right now?
No, because Elizabeth's gonna do yours.
No, you're gonna do.
I'm gonna do okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do yours.
You can
Right.
go next.
Okay, so sit here, close your eyes. Now face the camera. There you go. Okay. Okay, here I go. Here I go. Here I go. All right, eyes closed. Maggie, do you have any idea what snack I'm going to give to you?
No.
None. No clue whatsoever. Are you feeling anything about what's about to happen? Do you trust
No.
me?
Yeah, I trust you.
Oh, say I trust you, Mommy.
I trust you, Mommy.
Okay. Here you go.
I think I know what it is.
What is it?
I
Try
think
it.
it's a broccoli.
Okay, try it.
Oh my gosh, it's not even cooked.
It's raw broccoli? Yeah. It's good. You like broccoli.
No, raw broccoli.
Oh, okay. Oh, no.
That was kind of mean.
That doesn't mean it's healthy.
Okay.
You like broccoli. Yeah.
Not when it's uncooked.
Oh, no.
Alright, your turn, Mommy.
And plus, it's even hard to eat when it's cooked.
All right. Okay. How did that feel? Okay, I'm sorry. I thought you would like it. No? All right. So now Elizabeth's going to do it to me.
Alright, close your eyes.
Okay. Still trust me? Okay.
Close your eyes.
All right.
Yay.
Okay. I'm taking it.
No.
Just hold it. 'Cause I need to have free hands. Thank you.
Close your eyes.
Thank you. My eyes are closed. I'm feeling really nervous.
Okay.
But Elizabeth, I trust you. Feels like broccoli. Not broccoli? Oh, I think I know what it is. Okay, should I try it?
Yeah. Peanut butter pretzel.
Yum. Thank you. Peanut butter pretzel. Yummy.
I don't even get to eat what you baked me.
Should we try it again? Do you trust me?
Yeah.
Okay. Be right back. Okay. Be right back. Sit down. Close your eyes.
Can you do it for me too?
Yeah. guys want to try this at home, it's really fun. But do try and do it in a way that will help you trust each other, so you can practice.
Marshmallows much better than broccoli.
Marshmallows much better than broccoli. I thought it would be good. Yeah? Okay. Well, I made up for it, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Okay. Because the important part is to learn how to trust, right? And so you can practice trusting each other and your family, and then
Yummy!
Practice.
Buffalo.
placing your trust
No.
in God.
Yeah.
Okay? And that's something that we could practice all through Lent and all through the year too, of course, right? Okay. So, that's it for this week. We hope you have a wonderful week, and we will see you